Hi everyone, it's Carol here from the stampingground.co.uk, and today I'm going to make this lovely Christmas card and gift tag using the Penguin Playmates from Celebration. We only have approximately 2 weeks left for Celebration, so if you do want anything from it, don't forget it will be ending soon. All the measurements for these, all the measurements for the card and gift tag will be over on my blog at thestampingground.co.uk in both imperial and metric, and also everything that I've used to make these. If you do enjoy the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and maybe leave a comment as well. So we'll now get on and make these. So we need a card base, our first layer and our second layer of designer series paper, which is from Peaceful Place. I'm just going to show you which characters I've used. I've used this little penguin here, which we're going to cut out. And I've also used these, they're called Wonderful Snowflakes, and they are on page 25, I think. Yes, page 25 of the mini catalogue. They are an iridescent foil, so they're lovely and sparkly. You actually get 24 in a pack, and they are £5.50, which I think is a good price, and they just pop out. Look fabulous on your Christmas cards. So here's what they look like. I hope you can see a little bit of the sparkle on the camera. And I've also used Snowflake Wishes stamp set and the So Many Snowflake dies. I've only used one of the snowflake dies, but I've used the inscriptions from here. So I'm just going to pop the front pieces together. We're just going to use some liquid glue. And that's the little penguin that we are using today. So he's off this piece of designer series paper, and I'm just going to cut round him, making sure I don't cut any of the other characters, because we can use those as well on different Christmas cards. And just cut round and move the paper rather than your scissors, and you'll find it very easy. It's not it isn't difficult. I'm using a border die from the hand penned flower series, and we also need a piece of white cardstock to add our border die to. So just pop these to one side and get my trimmer, and I'm going to cut it at 1 inch in width, but don't worry about writing the measurements down, because they will be over on my blog. And we also need 2 pieces in magenta as well. And then we're going to pop the border die and cut 2 pieces out in the magenta. And here we are. And I'm just going to snip either end. And the same on this side. And I can see that I didn't put any washi tape on, and I've now got a bit wonky, so I'm going to just trim the edge just to make it even. And then these 2 pieces sit on either side of the white cardstock. So we just need to add some liquid glue and attach these. And just make sure that you can see the stitch border. So add your glue to the top of the magenta border. Whoops. I think I got, it was just a little bit blocked then. And the same on the other piece. And if you do have, if it is a little bit wonky, if your die is moved, if you haven't stuck it down, then you can actually line it up when you're doing it, when you're adding your white piece. You can make sure that it's nice and level. I always like to work with longer piece than needed. And then you've got plenty of room to manoeuvre and you're not fiddling with it. There we are, and then just snip the ends of the white off. And these won't go to waste. I'll use these pieces in something else. And I know now that I've actually attached the designer series paper to the cardstock, and I should have left it till I'd actually placed this one on, but it's not a problem. And I like to line up the little scallops with the bottom so that they're kind of even on both sides. And then you need to snip them off. Well, normally it wouldn't be attached to this cardstock and it'd be very easy. And on the other side as well. There. So now we'll add our snowflake in the centre. And I'm going to pop under it a dimensional. And it fits perfect onto this little round area in the on the snowflake perfectly. I'm sure they were made to fit. There we are. So now I'm going to use one of the dies from the So Many Snowflake dies, and also I'm going to use the a piece of shimmer vellum in polished pink, which matches perfectly. And like the snowflake, as you can see, it has a lovely shimmer on it. So I'm just going to cut a small piece from here, and then take the snowflake, and I'm going to just go and die cut that out. Here we are. And I'm just going to add it to the top of this. I'm going to pop a dimensional under this, and as you can see in the centre it's quite open, but because I'm adding the penguin, he will actually stick down on this as well. So position your penguin where you want him, and then just, oops, on the bottom, just pop some dimensionals. And there. Oops. There we are. So from the Snowflake Wishes die, I'm going to use one of the inscriptions, and I'm going to use my Stamparatus for the inscription. I just like the inscription to be very, very dark black, so it means that I can go over it a couple of times with this. So I'm going to add my cardstock and pop the magnets on just to keep everything in place. Pop my stamp where I'd like it on the cardstock and pick it up. I'm then going to ink up the stamp and then just press firmly. Now, as you can see, it's a lovely black finish, but I just want it a little bit deeper, so I'm going to add some more. And you get even a deeper colour. So you can do this with any of your stamps. So just bring your card back in and we're just going to cut the ends and keep it pretty close to the wording, and do that on either side. And then we're just going to add some dimensionals to the back of this. And just place it in the centre. Oops. And just lightly press. And now we need to put this card front onto our base. And we're just going to do that with some liquid glue. So we're just going to add the inside pieces to our card. And again, an inscription and a little flurry of snowflakes. And we're going to use the Magenta Madness ink. And the inscription is, "May your season sparkle." So just ink up the snowflakes, and I'm just going to add them to the bottom corner, just to give a little bit of interest. And then our inscription. And now we need to attach these with glue and then add them to the centre of the card. And there we have our first card finished. I think the pink and grey look beautiful together. Quite a striking combination. And now we're going to make our tag. This is called the Delightful Tag Topper. And the tag measures approximately 4.5 inch. And the tag punch itself cuts out 3 different widths of tags. This one is the 2-inch one, which is the largest. And again, the designer series paper is from Peaceful Place. So what you do, you just pop it in, give it a press, and it cuts your tag out with the hole ready for the ribbon as well. So we're going to attach this with liquid glue. And then we need our snowflake and also the character that we're using. Now, I've used the polar bear. It can either be waving or it could look like he's throwing a snowball. But whichever, he is very cute. So we just need to attach the polar bear and snowflake. I'm going to pop, once again, a dimensional underneath the snowflake. And once you've done that, add your snowflake to the tag. And then do exactly the same with the polar bear. We need to add some dimensionals to the back of him and attach him as well. There we are. Now all we need now is at the bottom we're going to add the same border as we did on the card. So if you cut another border out in the Magenta Madness, and we're going to pop it along the bottom. So just add some liquid glue to the bottom of the tag. And then cut any excess off. Now never throw away these excess pieces because they always come in handy. You can use them on other cards. And then we just need to add ribbon. So I'm going to use the polished pink ribbon. So just take a small amount and just fold it till you get it through this hole. And then pull through. And then I like to just cut it quite short so it stands up like that. And that's both of our projects done. And I do hope you like them. I think they're absolutely adorable. Like I say, everything and all the measurements will be over on my blog. So don't forget, just give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'll be back very soon with another project. So until then, thank you for joining me, and bye-bye.